What up? What up? What up?
Right, all right. Season 2, episode 13. We got Sarah and Rich from, let me get this right, SJS Serpents. I tried to get it right all week, and it's just, I was saying LJS, MJS,
It's
HJS.
There you go.
I don't got my glasses on. What'd I say, M?
It's
He's
blind. He can't
HJS
even
Serpents. I'll
see.
get it right.
And how many shows have you done with us in your stuff?
This is, we had 100 episodes in season 1, so this is 113 of this, and this what is it? This Thursday was the 100th episode of the RWO, so you're not going to want to miss that. We're having a huge giveaway. Come on, check it out, and
Let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Come on.
So we got a joke, we got a top 10 list, and then we'll get into getting to know Sarah and Rich a little bit. But the joke is what's the difference between outlaws and in-laws? Outlaws are wanted.
I almost said it.
Almost said it. Let's see what we got out of here in the chat before we get into this top 10 list. I've been forgetting that I didn't this week.
Come on.
Dickie Foster. What's up, Dickie? Shout out to Stan real quick. Once again, having internet problems. He's working on it. He says, man, I feel bad. I ain't there, but it's just like, hey, we all need a break sometime. And Stan will be back with us in another week or two. We love you, brother. We're holding your spot down. It ain't no big deal. Brave.
What's up, Brave?
What up, dude? There's my brother, Sammy.
Sammy.
Right there. Sammy. He's a
Just
good
saw
dude
him
right
over
there.
the weekend. Had a great time.
Double
Double
dipping.
dipper right there. And a double dipper fool. It's what I do.
You
I
picked
like
that
it.
guy right out of the chat.
Nick.
Sure
What's up?
did. 666. It's a Nickhead. What up, dude?
Oh, yeah, chats are
What's up,
booming
Adrian?
tonight.
How's it going? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, chat's pretty popping tonight.
Come on.
There's Tasha. What up? Thanks
What's
for
up?
coming in. Appreciate those continued support. There's a fam. What up, Josh? From having a
What's up,
ball.
Josh?
What up, dude?
You know what? And I learned Brave's name the other day. And
I don't even know his name. What's his name?
I done forgot it. But Brave, you should tell us that name again. Because I did learn it the other day. And I was like, oh, shit. I finally know his name. And now.
Well, I'm jealous. I don't
Green
know, and I'm
tea.
glad you forgot. James Perry. What's up, my
James.
dude? Who else we got in here? There's Mitzi.
What's up, Mitzi?
Wait. Yeah, I could do it better like this. Hard hands. Got it. I have to do them backwards because if I do it like this, it don't look like a heart. Platinum. What's up, dude?
Platinum?
Got to meet this guy this weekend. Pretty cool dude. Good to see you. There's the Bud Files. Appreciate the support.
What's up, the Bud Flowers?
Mission. What up, Mission? Mission Morris.
What's up, guys?
How's it going? Appreciate the support. There's Brother Vance. It's the dead man.
See?
Why is my green screen doing that? Like, I don't even got it hung up, but I got it sitting behind me, and see how it's just like, it's bull crap. I tried to sit it behind me so it made the picture better, but it didn't. It screwed it up.
You just gotta go back and forth. Look, and he put on there, it's Michael. Right?
It's Michael. What up, Michael?
See?
That's Brave Adventure. We got Mark slipping in there. The old rat
What's up, Mark?
bastard. What's up, dude? I'm all caught up now. Let's get into this top 10 list. So this week, the top 10 list is the top 10 fastest snakes by mile per hour, like slithering. Like, what is the fastest? Paulie! What up, my dude?
What's up, Paul?
Justin, you want to start us off?
I'm gonna go Black Racer.
Oh, you took my answer.
All right.
Those fuckers are fast when they want to be.
The Southern Black Racer is actually number 8 at 4 miles per hour.
Okay, 4 miles per hour.
So go ahead, Sarah. You're next in line. Good. You take a look. You can guess, and then Rich can.
He took my answer. I was going to say Black Racer because we have a lot of those around here.
Well, there's some other
Sidewinder.
black snakes on there. Yes, the Sidewinder is actually the fastest snake out there at 18 miles per hour.
Look at
Mission
you.
I
got
know,
it
I'm
too.
just that good. I know. You don't gotta tell me.
18 miles
Tell
per
me.
hour. I mean, that can almost catch us. Like, I know I used to be able to run around 20, but 18,
I was gonna
that's
say catch
right
you
on my
hell
heels.
yeah, but me, I don't know.
Now, yeah, with this like 50-pound gut hanging off me, I bet you I can't hit 15 miles per hour. All right, now we're going to reach out to the chat and take a couple answers out of the chat. Mission said boom slang, and boom, number 10. It's only 4 miles per hour, but it made the list at number 10.
It's got a Coach
I know
Whip.
a couple.
Got
A Coach Whip.
Taipan.
Yes,
Coach
a
Whip?
Coach Whip is number 7.
Okay.
It's on the list at number 7. It also 4 miles per hour.
Taipan.
What else we got?
Mamba.
A Black Mamba is number 2 on the list at 12 miles per hour.
Foster. Come on. And Josh. Cobra.
The King Cobra is number 4 on the list at 12 miles per hour.
Okay.
Indigo.
And there's no indigo snakes.
Cottonmouth. Water moccasin.
Wait, Cottonmouth, is that on here?
Olympic.
Yeah, Cottonmouth is number.
Okay.
Yeah, Cottonmouth is number 5 at 7 miles per hour.
Olympic sprinters are like 22 to 24 miles per hour, as John was saying.
I used to be able to run 20 miles per hour back in the day, but that was back in the day, and yeah, that ain't happening now. Ain't happening.
Towards the food truck, maybe.
Nick keeps saying Taipan.
A Taipan isn't on here. No,
See,
not on
sea
here.
snake.
No, sea snake.
Boom
Okay,
snake.
so you said the first one. You said the Black Racer. There's 2 on here. It's kind of almost the same snake, just a little bit different.
Baron.
What let me think. What popular gene is in the same complex as gravel, asphalt, specter, spark? What's the other gene?
Yellow belly.
Okay, so that's part of the answer. And it's not east, but
It's west. Yeah, western yellow belly.
Western Yellow Belly Racer is number 9 on the list at 4 miles per hour.
Weird. Okay.
And then
Yellow
okay,
belly.
so
Racer. Okay.
yeah, Yellow Belly Racer.
I've got to check one of those.
There's
I've
what?
never seen one of those. Now I'm kind of interested.
Right. It sounds interesting.
Okay, so this is a type of rat snake that's from the biggest state in the United States.
Texas rat.
Texas rat snake, number 6 on the list at 6 miles per hour.
Come on.
And number
scaleless
3, I don't know. It didn't say scaleless. Scaleless would probably give it 13 miles per hour. I would think.
Probably.
Be a little more sleeker.
These nasty
more.
little assholes.
I know they come out of the tub really fast.
Yeah.
So I try to
No
catch them
milk
every
stick.
time they come out.
Okay, so the last one's on the list, number 3. It's at 12 miles per hour as well. I believe they're venomous. They're a brown snake.
Tommy.
What's up, Tommy? It's a brown
So,
colored
brown.
snake, solid color. Brown's
Okay.
in its name.
You're naming a lot of snakes there. A brown colored snake, solid color. So no pattern at all.
Yeah, no pattern, solid color, brown, and it's in its name.
Eastern brown.
Yes. Eastern brown snake is number 3 at 12 miles per hour.
There you go. Thanks, John.
And he got it. Yep. So there's the top 10 fastest snakes in the world. Number 10 is a boom slang at 4 miles per hour. A western yellow belly racer at 4 miles per hour. I want to look those up because that just sounds interesting to me. The southern black racer at 4 miles per hour. The coach whip at 4 miles per hour. The Texas rat snake at 6 miles per hour. The cottonmouth viper at 7 miles per hour. The king cobras at 12. The eastern brown snakes at 12. A black mamba at 12. And the sidewinder at 18 miles per hour. That's the list for the week. So what's up, Sarah? Rich, how's it going?
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, still recovering
If
from
you-
the weekend.
It was a long weekend, but it was a good weekend. I mean, like,
Oh yeah,
I
It was a good
met
weekend,
you
yeah.
guys there. At Nassau, Long Island. The first time I was at the show, I went down with Sammy. It was a good experience. It was a small venue, but there's a lot of people there.
oh yeah. You should have seen it the last
You know,
time. It was-
the turnout this time was not as big as it was last time. And there was still a decent amount of foot traffic through there.
the last time you couldn't even move through there. It was so packed.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like
So,
I
like,
mean, nuts to
Everywhere
butts.
was like our table.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's like where one
Well,
person
because
stops,
Sammy-
everybody's stopping more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there wasn't even any kind of like wiggle room, like, oh, let me just scoot past this person. No, you were waiting until the whole aisle moved.
If you had to go to the bathroom, as soon as you felt like you had to go, you better start going because by the time you get there, you're not going to be able to hold it no longer.
Oh shit.
I mean, that was only about 20 feet away.
Well, yeah, but the last
Oh.
time that they had us in the corner, you know where RD was and picture it?
Yeah.
They had us over there last time.
Yeah.
So
they
even
were
just-
going
Well,
way
that would have
around.
probably worked better. Because,
Eh.
I mean, right there in that corner, we would at least had a little bit of room.
Yeah,
like,
but there's a big post right there. If you ask Chris, I had chairs and everything. I was trying to direct traffic into the table.
Yeah, we were trying to get people to walk in between the table and the post so they didn't just go all the way around.
Yeah, people were
And
just
not see
bypassing
your
the table,
table
so I
more or
was
less,
putting stuff
you
in
know?
there.
Makes sense.
we sure was.
And then I think I turned
So-
around
so,
and I
like-
stole snakes off of Kevin's table at some point to bring them
Yeah.
over to lure people in looking at snakes. Yeah, I walked over to Kevin's table and I'm just like, yo, what are you doing with these? He goes, I'm selling them. I said, okay, see ya.
Just go send him over here for a minute. Is that Kevin from Sugar Skull you're talking about?
Yeah,
Good dude there. Got to
Yeah.
meet him for the first time this weekend, too.
And then here I was running in between his table, back to the deeds table, grabbing business card, grabbing the keys because we're like, oh shit, we have somebody who wants to look at the snake. I can't get it out of the box. Let me go grab the key. I'll be right back. So it was. It
At
was a
least
little
someone
bit
had
more
Paul's
organized
keys
this
locked
time.
down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin has false keys. Don't worry about it.
So, if you want to give the audience a quick elevator pitch of where you guys are from and, like, you know, how long you've been doing this, why you got into it, just a little information about yourselves.
All right, so we're from South Jersey. When I say South Jersey, I mean all the way south. Most people
All the way.
think South Jersey is the middle of the state, but that's an argument for another time. So we're in South Jersey. We started breeding around 2013. We rolled from 2013 to 2018, and we ended up getting out more or less because we moved and we couldn't take our animals with us. In 2023, we bought our own house. Now we own the house. Now we started over again. And I'll
No one
say
can tell you what to do now.
exactly.
Exactly.
And I'll say from what our collection was back in 2013 to now, I wouldn't even have been able to think about having half of these animals back then. This
Right.
probably would have been a couple 100,000 to have these animals back then. But
Wow.
you know, now it's a little bit more obtainable. I mean, it's still
Right.
kind of expensive if you want to do some stuff with like triple recessive, quad recessive, stuff like that. But we're
Absolutely.
trying to work triples, stuff like that, just like everybody else. But I'm also squeezing in as many codoms as I can at the same time. And I'm
Yep.
not trying to do lower end codoms like we were working way back when. So yeah, I mean, we're working a lot with MJ Xanthic, and we got MJ Clown, Pied, Monsoon, Ultramel, stuff like that.
Nice.
Sweet.
And then we're raising up bloods. So we got bloods, all T negative stuff. We got Borneos, which is we got sunset stuff in Borneos, which is also T negative.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good to have a little bit of variety and not just have the ball pythons. Like, you know,
Exactly.
that's all I have right now is ball pythons, and I want to try to get variety. So I'm considering doing hybrids. I mean, I know some people look
Hybrids are
down on
cool.
that.
Yeah, a lot of people look down on it. I always wanted to do hybrids, so I've always liked reptiles in general, mainly snakes. Don't get me wrong, I love lizards too, but snakes are a lot easier to care for.
What up, Logan?
That is the truth. That is the truth.
Yeah.
Trust me.
100%.
But I've had firms, retics, balls, bloods, Borneos, short tails, Sumatrans. I've had colubrids from king snakes, corn snakes, milk snakes, hog nose, all different types of stuff over the years. I started keeping what we could find in the yard as a kid, like everybody else. But in 2007 was when I started getting a collection of animals. And it was a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like we were getting cave dwelling geckos when they were imports and they cost $5.
Yeah.
And we had all types of stuff. One thing I wish I would have got back then was a white lip python, but one day. But we had all types of different
white
things.
Lips are cool.
And then I think it was right around 2012, 2013, when we started watching Brian Barczyk on snake bites. And then I actually I bought a book. I still have it somewhere. Kevin McCurley wrote it, and it was the Ball Python Guide. And between that and watching stuff that Brian was doing, and it was like, oh yeah, you drop your temps at this time, you do this, you do that, and then you put the male in, then you'll see ovulation. When you see ovulation, then you'll get a shed. After the shed, you got eggs. Put the eggs in the incubator. Incubate them for this long at this temperature. Boom, you got babies. Give the babies a week. They shed. Okay, start feeding them a week after that. And I'm like, okay. And it just,
I can do this.
What it was what happened. And I'm like, oh, that's easy. Anybody can do this. And then it just took off doing that kind of stuff. And I wish we didn't ever had to get out back in 2018.
What up, Benji?
I think we've been a lot further than we are now, but at least we're back in it.
Absolutely. So this might be a dumb question, but what's the difference between short tails and blood pythons?
All right, so short tail is kind of the nomenclature for all different types of bloods. Bloods are from one area. Sumatrans are from another area, and Borneos are from another area. So they're all more or less the same snake, but they're not. They have a lot of different pattern and color, but they also get different sizes. Like the biggest out of all of them are bloods. Red bloods get the biggest out of all of them, as far as I know. I've never seen anything get bigger than heavy body, and like Sumatrans stay the smallest out of the three, and Borneos are right there in that middle, at least from everything I've ever worked with. Bloods have a lot more morphs than the other two. Borneos, they have a a lot of working with Borneos and Sumatrans, it seems like it's a lot more of line breeding type traits,
Right.
whereas Bloods have a lot more like Goldeneye, Matrix, Fatigue, stuff like that.
Magpies. That's one of the ones
Well,
I like. The
Magpie,
Magpie.
that's a multi codon.
Yeah, it's a Batic Goldeneye, I think they call it
Yes.
Magpie.
There's no. Well, a Goldeneye is a Goldeneye. A Goldeneye Batic is a pixel, and I actually have one. Right here.
See old Benji in the chat. What's up, Benji?
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to see you around, my boy.
Mm-hmm. Long time no see. Oh wow! Look at that.
I like that.
That is a pixel.
That is weird.
That's Goldeneye, and that's Batic or Batik, however you want to say it. And he's also Het T negative albino too.
Yeah. See, there's a female online that I was looking at because, like I said, I was looking at getting into hybrids, and she was something like that. Let me find her.
Yeah,
she looked really close to that.
Now I'm going to tell you this: if you work with Bloods, unless you're buying from somebody who works with their animals, as far as buying something that's already got size on it,
right?
Buy babies. It's a lot easier to get bit by babies until you get them used to you than it is to get bit by the big ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I 100% will always buy a baby, even in ball pythons. I don't like buying bigger females. But for instance, like Sammy gave me some snakes to ship out. I bring them here, and these things are like trying to bite my head off every time I open their tub. They're like, "Who the hell are you?" Sammy says because they don't like white people, they only like white Puerto Ricans. So, I mean, I guess the snakes are prejudiced. Yeah, they only like Puerto Ricans, but yeah, they're trying to take my head off when I was getting them out today. But
well, if you speak Spanish, maybe it'll calm down.
Right?
Maybe, yeah, that's probably what they're waiting for.
Gotta open up the bin and go, hola.
Just get a recording of a Spanish guy talking before I open up the big.
You're just a light.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely better if you raise them. You have more of a bonding with them.
What's up, Stan?
What's up, Stan? It's the brother right there, the homie. Like we said, we're waiting for you, buddy.
Yeah, we have a pair of sunset Borneos, and we got them fairly small. But even they weren't babies, but even then, they're still. I mean, they're F1s. They're the first generation outside of wild caught. And they are nasty. I have to.
I heard Bloods can be nasty.
They can.
They can be, but if you spend the time, if you learn to work with the animal, you learn the animal's mannerisms. You learn, okay, you really don't want to be touched right now. I'll leave you alone. That's fine. But then other times you're like, all right, we're cool. You learn that animal, you'll be fine. You'll get them used to being handled and touched, and you'll be fine. But if you do not work with that animal, if you just let it sit in its enclosure, and then you go in one day and you're like, I'm going to hold you. I'm going to show you to 10 different people. You're going to get bit.
Two things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Two things. Like, you don't want to stress them out, but you also can't punk out.
Yeah.
If you're going in for them, you got to go in for them, and you got to show them that it don't matter if you're going to hiss at me or you're going to strike at me. I'm taking you out. So you better get used to it. The other thing with Bloods, they're heavy-bodied and they're terrestrial. They don't wrap around you to hold on to you. So you got to remember, if you feel like you're falling, you're going to flail too. You got to support them. If you can support them very well, they normally calm down pretty quick. The problem is when you got them where they want to take your head off, you got to get them to stop trying to take your head off so they can support them so that they'll calm down.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a balancing act. But normally, like captive bred bloods, like the pixels and everything like that, they normally chill out really fast. And from what I understand, and everybody I know that breeds bloods, a lot of what they do is like how, just say we cut a clutch, right? They all come out of the eggs. Normally, how I do it, unless I'm trying to collect sheds from them right away, is put all of them in a tub together, make it damp in there, let them shed out, do their thing, and then after they have their initial shed, separate them. A lot of people I've been talking to with bloods, what they do is bloods also, they don't shed in a week. It takes them like 45 days to shed their first head. They leave them together for that whole 45 days and just separate them to feed them.
Which, in doing that,
Right on.
it gets them used to being touched
and stuff moving around them and
so
everything.
they're not as flighty, they're not as jumpy, they're not as quick to just bite.
Yeah.
Because they're used to being touched and being around something else.
Correct.
Right. So a magpie is a super golden eye beta.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
So MJ, I love MJ. What are you doing with MJ? Like, that's my favorite line of Xanthic. I think people are fools for not working it. What up, Jeff?
So we got a ton of MJ Xanthic clown stuff.
Oh, show it off, please. Let's see that black and white.
Some of them are a little spicy.
Here, you want to hold that? Oh, it's tough.
Look how great.
All right, so this one, probably about
Yeah.
600 grams or so right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Look at
That
that.
one's just a regular MJ Xanthic by 100% het clown female. We have another female just like her. Oh, look at you, ready to bite me right in the face. I got another female over there that's OD Blade, MJ Xanthic pied, het clown. She's in shed. And then I got two OD Blade pieds, 100% het clown, 100% het MJ behind me. You got
the big girl.
Yeah, I got another
for pieds.
Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to work the triple, but not so much in the codoms on it. So I got a bunch of stuff over here that we're going to be working. Like I have a female that she's pastel GHI confusion pinstripe yellow belly het pied. I'm going to take her to this male I got over here, which is a clown pied het MJ Xanthic. Trying to make some more pieds. They'll all be 100% het clown, and then test them for MJ, and hopefully have a decent amount of those codoms. And I got a bunch of other stuff. We got stranger stuff. We got monsoon stuff over there. We got ultramel stuff to maybe work into it.
Come on.
But one thing we're going to try and do too is, I think one of the reasons why people don't like MJ as much is where it's not worked as much. It's been line bred out so much into pied that whenever you see it, it's always pied het MJ or MJ het pied or double het MJ pied. And there's a lot of people that don't want to work pied. So one thing we're going to try and do is once we start getting the triple, we're also going to diverge and try and not necessarily breed pied completely out, but make it where it's like, okay, well, this is a MJ clown, whatever codoms are in it, and it's het pied or possible het pied. That's a lot easier to sell to somebody who doesn't want to have pied in their collection than saying, hey, this is a MJ Xanthic pied that is het clown. Well, I don't want to work pied. Well, it's clown too. So try and diverge it a little bit. That way it opens up the market a little bit more for us.
I want to see DG MJ because I think it's just going to be so
DG
freaking clean.
Stuff that's going to go to it. We got DG clown stuff right over there that's going to get sent right to that boy too. But like
that's not a bad idea because I don't think there's one MJ DG online right now. Like not even in a double hat.
There's one person in Canada two people in Canada that I know for sure are working it. And there's one person in the US that I know is working it, but he's working on quad heads. So she's in shed right now, but this is a 2,000 gram lightning pied. So she's a little bit browner from being in shed, but once she comes out, yeah, she still has a little bit of brown to her, but nothing like a VPI would.
I don't mind VPI. It's just that MJ hits different.
The VPI to me would have been what we would have done had we not found MJ.
Sure,
But
I would have done MJ for sure.
The second I mentioned anywhere that MJ holds its color better, everybody comes out of the woodwork and starts screaming, "Oh, well, it's because of this. Oh, you were not looking at good examples of VPI." Like, look, listen, I don't care. There's good examples and bad examples of both lines. MJ holds their color better than most of the VPI lines. Not saying that all VPI lines brown out at 600 grams, but most of them do.
Yep.
Right. I mean, there's better lines of everything.
Exactly. I would have still worked it, and I would have line bred it for trying to get gray as far as I could into the size of the snake. But, you know,
definitely
I think that's why MJ is what it is, because it was so line bred for the best grays, whereas everybody else was, let's put it here, let's put it there, let's put it here, kind of like what we're doing now. But it got outcrossed so much that it browned out. MJ hasn't been outcrossed too much yet, so it hasn't had a chance to brown out. Will it? Mm-hmm. Probably at some point, but as of right now, it's still, in my opinion, the best looking Xanthic out there.
Come on.
Hands down. I'll agree with you. Hands down. Like it just pops. It's a different level.
It definitely is. Every time I see it, it's that black and white. Like, and I've seen a bunch, which Marty and Miss Kim, but Marty Morphs, he works a lot of it. Well, he kind of put a little halt on it, but every bit of his MJ shit I've seen is amazing every time.
Okay. Yeah, like even in this light, he still looks pretty decent. And this is just snake room light.
That's clean.
I mean, look at that TSK Xanthic pied that Sammy had down over the weekend that Steph got. That was a beautiful looking snake. But I mean, when you're looking at in comparison to the MJs, that the MJs are just
honestly, if they didn't tell me it was TSK, I wouldn't have known it was TSK.
Yeah, like it's a pretty nice example for sure.
You are sitting in front of her? Okay. Let me see something. I got another female here. See, she'll bite my finger off when I get her out. This girl's a lot lower white.
Oh, yeah. Look at that pattern.
See, that's a little bit darker. I mean, you can see the browns in that a little.
Really, it's because of the lighting in this room and the camera.
Lighting?
Like if you were in my room with me right now, you wouldn't see the browns that you're seeing on the camera.
Yeah, then it's just the lighting.
Yeah, like I said, it's just
I like the pattern on her.
Yeah, so do I. The only thing is she's not het clown. She's just regular lightning pied. But we won't hold that against her.
No, not at all. No coat arms in that, just a regular pied?
Nope, that's just a regular lightning pied.
Come on.
Now, see, that's what keeps me away from pied, because you never know what's in them.
Yeah. So, I think we were talking backstage about John from Snake Limited. That's where a lot of this came from, was from him.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
He likes to say we're
nice
his number one
sure.
customer.
Yeah, he has two more females that I want to get a hold of, but I don't have the money right now. After the last round we spent with him.
Come on. I think we all get there for sure. We all definitely get there.
Oh, yeah. We got... do we absolutely need them? But no. But these ones actually, with what we want to do with trying to separate it out, they're actual visual
Right.
clowns that are double het clown MJ. So they're already, I think, at 1,400 grams too. So it'd be like, just if I was able to grab them right now, that would launch that side of the project a lot faster.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Come
Yeah.
on.
You can get there a lot quicker.
I mean,
That's
that's what
sure.
we're trying to do with all this, because he was getting out and he knew we were already invested in the project, and he was like, all right. At first he was like, okay, I'm gonna scale way down. I'm only gonna keep a few animals. So he goes, you want all the lightning pied het clowns? And I'm like, yeah, but you know, my
What up,
wallet
Pat?
don't want to.
What up, Pat?
My wallet can't do it right now. But yeah.
So you got some
He'd
monsoon
probably
over
work
there?
with you on them.
I don't have any visuals. We only have hets right now
Okay.
that we're growing up. But I need to get a male soon, so that way he'll be ready by the same time the females are.
I mean, the heads put off a lot of nice het markers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you
yeah.
can definitely
Well,
clearly see them. You know.
I was actually telling Nikki and Lace when we were on their show, the 3 females I got sitting here, one's a normal, 2 are phantoms. When
Nice.
they're all clutch mates. The person who had them up, and I said to them, I'm like, oh, how much would you take for these 3 snakes? What would you do for them? She was like, give me $300 for the pair, because
Wow.
they were all 66% hets. But I went through the whole clutch and I was like, okay, these 3 are going to prove. And as soon as I said, how much will you take? She said, I'll do 300 for 3 of them. I said, okay, well, I want this one, and this one. And she said, you know what to look for, don't you? I said, yes, I do.
Come on.
We shed tested each and every one of them, and each and every one of them proved.
Let's go.
So
Let's-
$300 for 3 females, 2 of them with a single codon.
You stole that. What was the
Nice.
single codon?
Just phantom. Like, these are just, this one is one of the phantoms, and then I got another phantom just like this one, and then if she wants to cooperate.
That'd be
And then,
dope. The monsoons. Come on.
Yeah, the other one's just a normal. Unfortunately, we did have a couple others that were Posset Monsoon, but these ones were, so far off. I couldn't tell.
Right.
Lucky those 3 girls.
Yeah, where we did get lucky with them, we didn't get lucky with the other ones. Of course, the other ones weren't necessarily bought because they were Possets.
Hell yeah.
I have a male over here. It's black pastel, spot nose, clown, het DG, might have stranger in them.
You want to pull them out?
And yeah, you can pull them out. And it was Posset Monsoon. So regardless, and for the price, I couldn't pass them up. But he didn't prove out Monsoon.
No.
Damn it, man.
And then
So, an amazing looking animal.
Thanks for coming in.
Look at that. Gorgeous animal.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Look at his head though. His head's blown out. It's all just pixels.
You definitely can't complain about that at all either way. I've been happy either way.
And then
Yeah, that's a cool looking snake.
we had another female that was Stranger Red Stripe Fire Het Clown. We actually got her from Steve Conduit. And she was already almost up to size, and she was a Posset Monsoon. But unfortunately, she didn't prove out either. But, I'll take losing out on those 2 for the other 3, I guess.
Right.
Right. Do you see the monsoon
again,
pied? I think that Bod's just put out. Jeremy
Mhm.
Bod. That thing was awesome looking.
He's killing it with those right now, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to
With the monsoons, man. Come on.
yeah, I'm thinking of taking that and going over into the Ultramel stuff too.
Smart.
Just make them brighter, because I think it was just too much of a good thing with putting Stranger into it. Stranger just blew it out. And Clown looks good in it. Clown doesn't screw up what the pattern does too much. I mean, it does,
No,
but it doesn't.
don't.
it doesn't screw it up, is what I mean. It doesn't do like what Stranger does, which I love Stranger as a gene, and Stranger does great in so many things, but Monsoon is not one of them. But
good to know.
have you ever seen a Stranger Monsoon?
No,
Some people love them. I don't think they look that great.
Up quick.
The
now I'm curious. I'm about to look one up eventually.
Yeah. Look it up.
Again, some people like them. I really don't like Stranger Monsoon, but I think it was too much of a good thing. Monsoon, good. Stranger, really good. Stranger Monsoon, not so much. But I'm thinking, take it over and start making it brighter.
Yeah, like
Maybe
I don't
not.
think dark collars will work with Stranger, or I mean, work with Monsoon. I think you definitely need to go or like lighter with it.
Yeah, start brightening it up, and same thing too, going into MJ as well, which I do know, and I don't think he's ever hit anything yet because he hasn't said anything. Billy is dabbling around with MJ Monsoons.
He just hit a freeway Monsoon, I think. It was either a highway or a freeway Monsoon. Yeah. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
I got a cryptic that just proved out yellow belly. I think I might. She's het DG. I might look for a yellow belly leopard DG het cryptic and try to do the Silky Way cryptic DG. I think that'll look interesting.
Yeah, I think where we're at as far as recesses, I think we're gonna stick with where we're at. Because honestly, for how much room we have, and we're pretty well tapped. But I want to keep bringing in more and more codoms to this stuff.
Yeah, like if it good.
Yeah, I mean, like we got MJ pieds, lightning pieds that are het for clown. We got DG clown stuff. We got ultra pied, ultra clown. We got Monsoon. We got, I think that's it on the recessive side now, because I think I got rid of some of the other stuff that we didn't, that we weren't really working on too much. Because we had some black xanthic and stuff like that, but I think I got rid of pretty much all the other recessives that we weren't currently working. And then we were bringing in stuff like, just like I was saying, that pastel GHI confusion pinstripe yellow belly girl. Like, she has a lot of nice codoms, but she's only just het pie. I mean, she was possible het DG, but she didn't prove. For as many as I can say, oh yeah, I hit the odds, I that one proved, I can tell you, yeah, this one didn't either. This one didn't. But just being able to have all those codoms with at least one het, it launches everything once she gets up to size. And it's the same thing with some of the other stuff we got. So then
what
you'll
codoms
have
are you?
Go ahead.
What codoms are you working in Ultramel Clown?
In Ultra Clown, that's probably going to be Stranger Red Stripe, stuff like that. Mainly a lot of the stuff that we've been doing with our normal clown stuff. So it's going to be, Spot Nose, Stranger, Red Stripe, Yellow Belly. What else we got? Confusion, GHI, all that kind of stuff.
I got a pretty decent Ultramel Clown project going. We might have to switch up some genes.
Yeah,
I'll be breeding next year.
So our Ultramel stuff is like the side project of all of our projects. So right now, like, we have some stuff that's up to size, but nothing really noteworthy, but stuff that we need to progress the project.
Right.
What up, Santos?
What
I got a couple double hets that have a lot of genes to it, but my male is Yellow Belly Clown Het Ultramel, and my best female is OD Ultramel Het Clown. So I could pair that and get the double visual, but then I have cypress, black pastel, pastel, inchy, OD, YB. I have a highway double het ultramel clown, which is cool as shit.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just have a couple jeans in there, and then I have cypress. I want to work the cypress in it too. I think
Yeah,
cypress
like
is going to do well.
we got one clutch that's in the incubator right now. It's probably one of the first clutches that'll end up getting cut. As far as the codoms go, the best you can have is a lemon blast, but they're going to be ultramels, double het clown pieds.
Heck yeah!
So
Right.
it bumps up the project a little bit further, and it adds 2 codoms. Not that they're major codoms, but at least it's some extra codoms in it. It's like I was saying before. I think that was one of the big issues with everything was when COVID hit and everybody jumped in, and then everything started to tank, so that everybody started racing for triples and quads. They didn't care about any of the codoms. So I'm trying to get the codoms back into it instead of like, I know some people that, oh, I don't even care about triples no more. I'm on quads and going for 5s. I'm like, okay, cool. How if you hit a 5, you're good for what, 1-2 snakes maybe, and then after that, the price is just going to do what it's doing. If you look,
Right.
a clown pied, just say clown pied tanked in price is what, $500 now? Somewhere
Probably
around that
lower.
range?
I think 200-300.
200-300
or just a clown pied.
For just a regular clown pied, $200-300. But if I took that same clown pied and put GHI, Hurricane, Cypress into it, what's that?
Yep.
$1,500.
Probably
now?
1,000, 1,500. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I just put 3 codoms.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I put 3 codoms into it, which is easy to do when you're already at that point.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to hit allelic combos and double recessives. I'm not even trying to shoot for triples. I mean, the 3 projects that I'm working heavy is DG Hypo, Clown Ultramel, and Hypo Clown. And once I get those double visuals with codoms in it, then they're going to work together. You know what I mean? The Hypo Clowns are going to go to the DG Hypos, you know?
Mm-hmm. Actually, I would have had something for you earlier last season. It was, what was it? Orange Stream, Enchi, Leopard, Pinstripe, Banana, Double Het, Hypopides.
Come on.
I had 2 of them we hatched out last year. We tried selling them and nobody would buy them.
They were beautiful. It was something where we had them on the table every time we went to a show. Those were the snakes that drew everybody in. And they're like, I don't know how they haven't sold yet. And we're like, yeah, we don't know either. Everyone looks at them. They ask all the questions and then they just walk away.
Yeah. Even Ian from Outback walked by and he double took. He was like, that's all you want for that?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. He goes, and he's going through jeans. He was like, I never even seen one of those. I was like, yeah, neither have I.
Yeah.
He was like, I can't believe nobody bought that, especially at that price. I was like, well, you can buy it.
Here we are.
Yeah, you can get it.
Yeah, I sold off all our hypo stuff too because it was one of those, we had all this, all it. So try and channel it down, but also make it so that each project, even individually, I can use males or females from this project for that project, and the whole thing flows.
Right.
That way,
I sold off a lot of my clown stuff because I didn't want to make single gene clowns. Like I could have had 3 clutches of them this year, but why did I want 3 clutches of single gene clowns? So I just got rid of it.
Yeah, I normally the way I always went about it, and I did this back in the day too, was I always thought about it in the way of, okay, you're going to need more females than males. So
absolutely,
back in 2013, we didn't work a lot of, we worked recessives, but we didn't work them like how they're being worked now. You normally didn't see a double. If you saw a double, it was normally albino pied, and that was about all you were seeing. That was a double. We would turn around and we would have just say, again, we mostly worked codoms back then. We would have, a Mojave female or a Bumblebee female. a couple of single and 2 genes. I mean, a lot of people just had normal females, and then you would go get yourself a 5-6 gene male, and then you're off the races. I kind
go
of
to town.
Yeah, I kind of adopted that into this, where it was like, okay, well, let me get females that have hopefully 1 or 2 codoms into them, but will have the recessives, whether they be hets or a visual het or visual double het, and then get myself a way better male and progress it that way. And then that way better male that you bought, you know, after a season, you should be replacing them by the end of that season with an even better male that you produce, and so on and so forth until you change either what you're working on or you want to add new genes in that you don't already have.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's how I always...
Yeah, that's kind of what I did. I changed directions, like right when I was about ready to produce all this shit. I was like, no, I'm changing direction. I went this way. And you kind of have to adjust with the way the market's going. You know what I mean? Like, if I would have bred those 3 clutches of clowns, I would have probably had 18 to 24 clowns this year. And what am I going to do with them? I mean, they would end up getting wholesaled because no one would have, I mean, maybe 3 or 4 would have sold because of the cooler, like, you know, combo ones might have sold. That the rest of them would have either been given away on my show or wholesaled. So that's kind of how I rate my breeding. Like, you know, I'm going to pull the hits out that I need to advance, but what can I do with the excess?
So the way, one of the things I was taught coming up in post-COVID was, I was always told, raise your floor, raise your floor, raise your floor. So make it so that way when you're doing a pairing, you think about it like this. What is the lowest priced animal I could get out of this clutch? Is it $50 or is it $250 or is it $500? The further up you can make that, the better you are. But there's a caveat to that. If nobody knows who you are, and you're producing a $30,000 snake, you ain't going to sell that $30,000 snake. So you kind of got to start low in a way. Like, you don't have to start bottom basement. You don't got to be having a lesser and a pastel and breeding together, but you have to make something decent that isn't too expensive to where a pet owner wouldn't want it, but also not something so expensive that somebody would be like, well, why would I buy that from you? And I don't know who you are and nobody knows you, but I can go over here to this guy who everybody knows and get the same thing off him for the same price. So,
right. Absolutely.
I think what you got to do is you got to play like a balancing game of starting out making some nice stuff, but nothing that's going to be, you know, $5,000-$6,000 your first couple of years. Everybody wants to, but even if you have the money to drop into it to make that your first year, unless you can really market yourself and you're really good at it, you're not going to sell those animals. You're going to be sitting on them, or you're going to be trying to talk to somebody else in the hobby who has a lot more prestige to their name to be able to sell those animals for you. I think what you should do is start in a lower tier, but nothing too low. Be able to have some pet quality stuff, but also start creating your higher end stuff, some stuff that other breeders will want to buy. So that way, when you're selling this lower end stuff and getting your name out there, you're also saying, hey, look, yeah, I did produce this and that's cool. You really like the snake, but look at this that I also did. Look at that. And you can kind of get your name out there a little bit more, and every season you can build a little bit more until you get known.
Absolutely. We're getting down there around 5 minutes. We're going to run some sponsor videos, and when we come back, we're going to start wrapping it up. But here we go.
Vision Products has developed the slotted stainless steel Versa Rack, the best rack at the best price. The slotted stainless steel Versa Rack allows you to place multiple overhead light and heat sources above your breeding tubs. Couple this with optional Vision heat cables to also provide an underbelly heat source. Each pin of the rack design, making it modular, affordable, and easy to assemble. This design avoids expensive welding, yet maintains rigid strength and durability. Countless hours of design and prototyping led to the perfect end plate design to make the rack strong, easy to assemble, and keep manufacturing and shipping costs low.
Come on.
Come on. What are you doing? So I figured out when I'm editing videos how to make that full screen. So now I got to pull that video back off and make it in full screen. Because if you look at the short I dropped today, I made it in full screen. So I'm learning. I'm getting there.
Let's go.
You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Sometimes, I guess. Sometimes. So if you guys want to just like tell everyone where they could find you and, you know, give you a follow and all that.
Yeah, mainly we're just on Instagram. It's Instagram.com/HJS_Serpents. And we don't really do TikTok or anything like that. I've been thinking about doing some YouTube stuff, but every time I make a video, I just delete it because I don't like the way I sound.
Oh, no, you got to. You just got to put it out there. Who gives a shit? Imagine how half the people sound on YouTube. Who gives a shit? You know, just do it. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Just do it.
But I did want to add one thing to what we were talking about.
If my dumbass could do it, everyone could do it.
Well, I didn't want to say nothing. I didn't want to, you know, bring you down.
I know I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass, and I'll admit it. But, you know,
no, he plays off that way. He's smarter than what you let people think.
Did won the Lombardi last year, and I'm going to two-peat this year. You don't know nothing about that, but you will. but good. You said you wanted to throw something else out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to add one thing to what we were talking about before you did the sponsor videos was if you have a local show, like the local show to us is an hour and a half away, and it's Oaks. I do pretty well there with our pet quality stuff. I mean, nothing like it was pre-COVID, but we do pretty well. And I will say, when you're starting out slow and everything like that, one thing you don't start out slow on, in my opinion, is if you're going to start vending, buy nice stuff, buy a nice banner, buy nice displays, whatever you got to do, because you got to think about it this way. If you're walking into, like, just say a strip mall, and you got two stores next to each other that are identical, and one looks run down and it's got a sign that was painted with marker, and the next one over has nice professional sign, nice displays and everything, which one are you going to buy from? Honestly.
Absolutely.
So that's one thing. It's also, in my opinion, it's a hurt once, cry once type deal. Like, yeah, it hurts buying it, but once you bought it, you already have it. You don't have to buy it again.
Yeah.
Facts. Just for instance, to support what you said, look at the guys that was across from us. Like, they just had snakes and plastic bins, no banners, no nothing. There was hardly any people over there, like, talking to them guys until they started getting out their snakes and showing them like we were. You know, like there was no one even paying attention to him. But you got to grab their attention. You got to have that professional look. And,
the only
you'll do
thing
good. Yeah.
The only thing we don't have yet is a back banner. That was the only thing we haven't bought yet, which we're gonna probably buy before we start. Once these babies get ready to go, before we start vending with those ones. That's the only thing we don't have yet. But we have a nice runner that's a 60-inch runner. I didn't go with the cheap, little 12-inch or 18-inch runner that some people do. They'll get a nice tablecloth, but they'll have a little 18-inch runner in the middle with their logo like this big. I got a 60-inch runner that our logo spans the whole thing, so almost a full table that has our logo on it.
Heck yeah!
And got nice displays. I mean, they're not the top of the line stuff, but they're really nice compared to just having deli cups or having totes sitting on a table. And then I had six slot tier that can break down into 2-3 slotters.
Come on.
And put the adults and stuff into that. Honestly, it doesn't take a whole lot. Like, you're not anymore. You're probably not going to make that back at one show, but you buy it once, you have it. You don't have to buy it again.
You said one-time buy, though. Think about it. If you buy deli cups, you're going to be buying deli cups again and again. So imagine how many times you bought those deli cups again and again and again. You could have gone out and bought yourself some nice displays and have been one time.
My initial thought originally
was to sell them in and hand out in bags when you sell them, whatever. But that's normal any damn ways, So
like I originally thought I was going to build an AZAC like a wedge, and then drill holes for delis, and then I was going to run LED light tape inside to illuminate them from underneath. I thought that was going to be pretty cool, which is still kind of cool, but I was like, you know what, that it still looks a little bit too janky homemade, in my opinion. Just get the professional looking display.
And let's be professional, more or less.
Exactly. Like, I mean, in your snake room, you can have homemade racks, and if one tub's a little hard to pull out or something, it's whatever. It's your snake room. You don't have people coming in here every day.
Correct.
But when you're out in the public eye, you want to have a good appearance. Same thing, too. You'll see people coming out. They got stained up shirts and everything else. It's like,
oh man.
No, when we vend shows, we have shirts with our logos on them and everything. They're nice. They're clean. Professional. We stand at our table the whole time. If somebody's going to take a break to eat or something, they go back behind the table. The other person stands out front. You greet everybody who walks up to you.
Absolutely.
But
that's a Sammy trick there. Greet everyone. Don't let no one pass without saying hi.
Buy a snake, get a shirt. Get a shirt, buy a snake. I'll give you $5. Take it, please.
Yeah. Like selling snakes. Let's go.
All right. We're going to wrap things up. Justin, you want to start us out? Yeah, if you've never seen Sammy Venn, it's a different story.
Oh yeah, it's
a different breed.
Yeah.
I've got to spend time with him at his show, but I haven't got to see him actually vend. So I definitely
you broke him.
Watch him. But yeah, like I tell everybody, speed humps in the road. Don't let them stop you. Keep on pushing. Don't let them projects get in the way and frustrate the hell out of you. Keep on pushing. Anything in life as well. They're just speed bumps. Keep on pushing. So you bring your head down, you go down. So keep that head up and keep on rolling. Thanks, chat, for hopping out and coming out to us tonight. And Rich and Sarah, it was definitely nice meeting you guys and getting to know you guys in your collection as well. My first time, so it's kind of nice getting to know everything about you guys for sure. And Chuchi, there you go. I got my outro for everybody. Dropping bombs tonight.
Yeah. Don't forget this Thursday coming up, big RWO 100th episode, big giveaway. Mostly merch. There might be a snake or two be given out. I know how everyone likes the merch, so you're not going to want to miss it. Sarah, Rich, thanks for coming in. I've mentioned at shows, but get to talk to you one-on-one a little bit, get to know you. It's always a cool thing to learn a little bit about the people. Chat, you're awesome. If you guys ever want to jump on live to get used to it, to get your feet wet in it, to start doing this, like, you know, you're welcome. Just hit us up. We run Thursday shows. I mean, we let anyone on. If you just want to get on, like, just hit us up, let us know. We'll get your feet wet and go from there. But if you want to do it, just do it. Like, don't hesitate. Just get on here. The sooner you start, the better. It's kind of how I looked at it. I mean, I came up with a clever idea in the beginning, and, you know, the show was called the Let Me Know Show. You let me know how to do this, because I don't, you know, and it worked, and it got me here. But support U.S. Art 100% all the time. Support U.S. Art. I mean, they fight for our rights. Shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to the chat. And then you know what it is. Follow your dreams, and then shoot for them stars, because, you know, even if you miss, you know, you'll end up. I said that wrong. Shoot for the moon, not the stars, because even you miss, you'll hit the stars. Something like that. So I don't.
You don't even know what he's saying.
Hey, I'm tongue tied tonight. I got a lot of things on my brain that's going on tomorrow, and I'm doing all right. You know, just
Yeah, all right.
But appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Sarah, Rich. Cool.
And thank you for having me come out.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything to say? None?
Yeah.
You good? You good? So Justin's got the outro set, so we won't be back. So when I hit end, it'll end. So we won't be back like usual, like I usually do. So peace. We out. Till next week. Till Thursday.